for the Royals. The Royals. Whoa, that was close.
Your loyalty is noted.
TWSX, thank you for the resub, friend. Cheers, bro. Da, da, da. All right, guys, come on. Game number 2 on Infernal Shrines. We're still at the amateur scene here with heroeslaunch.gg. And guys, it's the Water Dragons against the Royals. And the Water Dragons in the last game, they didn't play their Gazlowe. And what happened? They lost. So, of course, we need that Gazlowe back. No, but just, like, jokes aside, besides the game trying to troll us with, or me, with random death notifications on screen, we are going into our second game with the Royals actually being ahead in the series. And right now the Water Dragons going straight for a ban on Zagara. Now, we could see that Zul banned out again, that we have actually seen banned a little bit earlier. Zul has seen a couple of nerfs over time in the last couple of patches, so he's not really a must ban anymore, but he's still very strong on the map. So if you don't want to deal with that push presence that he has on the map, then you would still be well advised to ban him out. But if you feel that you can really deal with him and just like take him out in rotations, then getting rid of Sylvanas, for example, might be the better option for you. So Sylvanas is taken out. That is going to make it a little bit more difficult for the Water Dragons to actually snowball. And since the Royals actually had used her in the last game, could have been that the Water Dragons just go for Sylvanas early on. But now the Water Dragons have to make that choice. Do you go for the Zul or don't you? And they go into an Oriel first pick. Now, Oriel is being played actually quite a bit these days, but Oriel as a first pick, that is quite the commitment there. And it leaves Zul open. It leaves a lot of heroes open that you can actually take in this case. So the Royals have like the free reign of what they want to choose here. They can go into a Kerrigan if they want to play the Kerrigan style. The Water Dragons played her a few times. They could go into a Falstad for the global presence. They have an ETC available to them here. So they didn't probably really expect Oriel to be taken there. And that leaves a lot of options for them. But it's also one of those moments where you have like, okay, then how do we play this right now? And actually you can see that at this point. That they are looking at this and they're a bit like, let's think about that for a second. Arthas is being picked. Now Arthas has a lot of presence on the map, but Arthas has a few problems. And that means that disengage is oftentimes difficult for you. So you are heavily relying on either winning in the fight with your team or on having a second warrior next to you, because the big problem that you have with Arthas is that once the fight is lost, you're not going to get out of this alive. You are committed. And Arthas Jaina, it's Team Frost. It's Team Frost that we're seeing here right now. So they're going for the full Frost Barrage. Jaina, of course, with the AoE damage on the shrines themselves. Not really the picks that I expected here for number 1 and number 2. And the Water Dragons go for ETC and Kerrigan. And, well, let's be honest. Did we see that coming, or did we see that coming? So right now, ETC Kerrigan already for a mass amount of lockdown. The Oriel behind this, and the only thing that they are lacking is range damage. And this is why I feel the Royals are starting to go and ban range damage out here. So you have to, first of all, answer for yourself the question, what do you actually want to take? They already have a mage, so it's very likely that we're going to see them attempt to go into something like a Falstad, for example, for a little bit of auto attack damage here. You could ban out a Liming. Lunara works well with Oriel too, so that's 2 heroes that could be banned here. Vala can shine on this map. The new Vala is quite strong and has also a lot of AoE damage, which is of course nice on Infernal Shrines to have for the objective itself. Kel'Thas fills basically the same role, where he's just like attempting to get those living bombs and the flame strikes in. So on those close quarter fights, he can make a huge difference. But they ban Falstad instead, which is surprising and already indicates that they have a bit of a different idea here. I'm wondering if we could maybe even see something like a Reyna, because you have an Arthur, so you can really capitalize on execution as a talent. There's other heroes that have that, of course, too. I mean, there's still a couple of heroes around that we haven't even seen today. Greymane, for example, is also a hero that you could play. But everything that works with Executioner is, if you have Arthur, is really nice. And if you have a Jaina on top of that too, there's so many slows there. You could go into Lunara, for example, and go for the unfair advantage, which is going to give you value. Tyrael now taken away, first of all. Well, it's great if you have an ETC Kerrigan against you to use that sanctification on the ground. The Royals played with Tyrael already, so why not ban him out in this case? I actually think it's a good decision. But right now, we're going to see the Royals with a bit more damage. And I personally would say that Lunara or any kind of Executioner hero is your friend here with this setup. And Executioner heroes basically leads us back to that Reina play. We could see that here. And Chen, what? Alright, Chen is a very disruptive force, there's no doubt about that. Once he gets his going, there's a lot of party. And keep in mind, Oriel doesn't have a cleanse. Oriel does not have a cleanse, and Chen is a hero that can be great in that setup. But let's see how they play this. What's going to be the next range damage dealer? I would still like someone that can capitalize on the slows. That would be quite nice here. So let's see who they're going to draft in this case. They go for the Tychus. I'm not quite sure if I agree with that Tychus, to be honest with you. I really feel like they had heroes that can dish out so much more damage with it. With a Relentless Leader change, I really believe you could play Arena here, put that in on level 4 and let like Focus Attack go, and then have later on not only Giant Killer, but also instead head straight into that Executioner. The damage output is pretty insane, and you have a chain on an Arthur's to peel for you if Kerrigan jumps in, because of course you are going to be a target. So I feel that might have been the better option for them here. But they go for the Tigers instead, so they have the drill. That is actually quite nice. Water Dragons with the Kelthas here, first of all. I like that. And now I just want to see what's going to be... I mean, the Kelthas is a great choice for them. I actually could have seen that banned out by the Royals. They decided in favor of Falstad instead. Which I still think is a bit odd, because I believe Falstad would have also been a good pick for them. But the Water Dragons, I would actually say that right now, that Vala is, again, very handy. They haven't really shown Vala yet. I don't know if they play her. Like, she is with a big change as a hero that is just now making her way into the meta again. But Vala would be quite nice to have even more AoE. She has decent damage, but I believe they are probably going to go for something different here. And Li Ming is another cooldown-based hero. You usually don't go for a double mage. We see it occasionally, but it's not really the norm. So that would leave a potential Lunara here, which has the problem that Chen is going to jump on Lunara like 6 days to Sunday. Both of these heroes actually have a bit of a problem with Chen going in for the barrel. So that is an issue. But if Lunara goes for the Leaping Strike instead, she has at least options where she can attempt to escape. They play the Gaslow again. I did not think that would happen, but I am loving it. They go back to the roots. They play the Gaslow. Okay, this is beautiful. When I saw the map, I thought, okay, maybe they go for Gaslow again. But then I was just like, nah, this is not going to happen. And there we have him, the Goblin Tinker. And yes, I know with the Heroes Law, a lot of people are like, oh, no, he's not a Tinker. Warcraft 3 says he is, so shush. Brightwing against the Kerrigan again. I like that. But boys and girls, we're in for a treat again. More Gaslow action as the Water Dragons are revealing the last pick again, going up against the Royals here. So yeah, game number 2 here at heroeslaunch.gg. It is time for the Tinker. I personally believe that Mike D actually bribed them a little bit. Like, they were picking something else. You could see that they were looking at a different pick. And then Mike D just, like, messaged them saying, like, guys, quick donation, pizza money for the team. Bring that Gaslow back. So, yeah. That's how he does it. That Mike D, boys, I tell you. Is my overlay correct? Yes. Okay, cool. The Gaslow. Oh, I'm actually putting that into the Twitch description for now. The Gaslord is back. We're missing one team. They won the last game at Gaslow. It's a 100% win ratio right there. All right. Okay, 2 of those are in. Yayak is back. Ta, ta, ta. Okay, so these guys have been invited, but they declined the invite. I'm currently wondering if they actually hosted a game on their own, and they are hosting right now. What's going on? It seems that's the case. Yes, no? One guy is already saying like Gazlo scared them off. Maybe. Okay, so now we have that guy in. He has a bronze icon. Platinum. Platinum looks like bronze. I don't know. Like every single time I see that platinum icon, I think it's a bronze icon. I mean, they were late to join the last one too, but we are ready. We were like, I don't know. If I already know the lineup for Team Liquid, yeah, of course.
Your loyalty is
They
noted.
played with a new lineup already. Verbs! Thank you very much for the sub. 713. Cheers, bro. Thank you. And yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, did he leave again? Like, there's this one guy that joins the lobby a couple of times and then he leaves again. I'm not quite sure why. Where is lobby? Invite to the game. There you go. You got invited already, dude. Dun, dun. Well, we have one in now. The rest can join, I suppose. Dun, doo, doo, doo. Okay, here we go. Slowly and steadily, that lobby is filling. I guess they just missed the invite earlier. Must be what was happening here. Yeah, no giveaway today, guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit too bored. A little bit too tired today. Tomorrow again for Meta Madness, we're actually going to get quite a few things raffled out. There's going to be a couple of giveaways. Okay, so. We're missing one. One more, then we are good. Oh. Okay. That annoying gas lord. The hiccups. Okay. Okay, I'm good again. All right, Gaslord is selected, which means we're good to go. The Gaslord. Ta, 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 ta. Let's see.
I'm here to help.
I'm here to help. Isn't that peachy? Don't you hate it when you have passwords and you can't remember them? So...
Your loyalty is noted.
Leviathan, thank you very much. Cheers, buddy. Okay. Did you hear the countdown and then it popping? It just dropped. Like the countdown happened and it threw us back in the lobby. Okay. This time? That's more like it. That's more like it. Come on. Dun, dun, dun. Game number 2, everybody. We have the Water Dragons going up against the Royals. The Royals already in the lead, but the Water Dragons, they have their secret weapon. It is Gazlo. Gazlo played by Octani again. Pumax on his Carrigan. He basically has a subscription on that hero. Swagmaster 69 on the Oriole. Rabata on Kel'Thas. And Nemo Hostem on ETC. Haft on Tychus for the Royals. We have Andresh on Brightwing, Edward on Arthurs, Adyester on Chen, and Yayak on Chainer. And as said before, there is currently no cleanse available. Since there's an Oriole being played, cleanse is not an option, so that's a bit of an issue. Once that Chen starts to go for that Wandering Kek and is trying to isolate a target. Machine gun build for Jaina so far. The Frost Presence taken by Arthurs, who we are seeing for the first time here today. And the Convection for Kel'Thas himself, whereas Gazlo went again for the Break It Down. So there is actually like that quest on level 4 that we're most likely going to see by Gazlo again. I mean, Octani has played Gazlo already once before today on Brex's Holdout, and he was able to win that game with his team. So he's going to try and get that turret edge again. In the late game, Gazlo in particular can, with those turrets, just be absolutely a massive nuisance with the setup that he has there. And already they're trying to just get a bit more pressure on those lanes set up. Carrigan with the blades, Torrent, the sharpened blades on the level 1 talent for the increased damage. Gazlo already getting a little bit of damage against the lanes. Yeah, he's pretty decent with that push here. The top lane, interestingly enough, by the way, is not where we're seeing Chen. It is a battle between ETC and Tychus. Down here, on the other hand, Octani is getting attacked, but still able to get away as Arthurs is all of a sudden locking him down. And this should be the end. No, yes. Good kill by Jaina. Well done. Jaina with a good kill here, but they're not done yet. They actually eliminate Kel'Thas as well. Kel'Thas is down. Well done here. And that's a 2-0 already in favor of the Royals. A very aggressive style that they're playing with this, and Brightwing jumping in to help out too with the polymorphs, so that actually worked out for them quite nicely. The Shrine is active, and I mean right now the problem that they're going to face is that Gazlo is going to get a bit momentum later on when his turrets do more damage, have also that AoE, but at this point he probably doesn't really add too much on those Shrine fights themselves, so he's most likely going to just try and get some value on the lanes. They're having the first Shrine already being fought over, and Gazlo is actually part of that fight. He's already in there. Octani also the one that Oriole is currently lying on when it comes to the damage. And don't be fooled here. Gazlo actually does a whole lot of damage, even though mostly it's random damage against single heroes that oftentimes doesn't really force anything. But for Oriole, that doesn't matter. She gets that energy either way. So that is something what we're going to see pretty soon coming into play here. But for now, they're still fighting over it. And level 4 is ready for both of the teams, with the talents being available. And that means for Gazlo, the Clockwork Steam Fist. So again, the potential cooldown reduction if you complete the quest, and that's what they're looking for. Atiesta on his Chen is being very annoying already at this. And the kill against Carrigan. Carrigan is down, and they eliminate ETC too. The Royals are in full force. They lose Jaina though. They lose Jaina, but Oriole is completely isolated from the rest of the team, and she's also eliminated. Great play here again by the Royals, and they are dictating the pace of the game at this point. We're seeing amplified healing for Chen with Brightwing. That's a great talent to take. That passive heal is just increased even more. The Regeneration Master is going to help Chen too. Gazlo is still trying to make a difference here, but right now he just can't compete with all the AoE damage that we have from heroes like Jaina, and of course Arthur's moving in here as well. But the rest of the team is already back. The death timers are still very, very low, and they are still fighting for that first Punisher. They're actually sliding in with ETC, attempting to get the kill against Arthurs. That doesn't happen. Octani moving away. Nice move also by Oriole, pushing the target away, but Carrigan was therefore very much alone and is now down. Yayak again with that kill potential against Ravatar. ETC is dying. 7 kills against 1. Octani on the run. Haft is trying to isolate, get that kill, but he doesn't. The Punisher, on the other hand, is taken, and this is just getting absolutely brutal. But still, keep in mind, there are a couple of quest talents. The Gaslow comp should gain a bit momentum later on in the game, but if, of course, the game continues at this pace, then the late game is never going to be a solid option for the Water Dragons. They nearly have that Convection talent already come through. I mean, it's more than 50% of the quest talent completed. So as long as he doesn't really have problems completing that, they will be in a situation in which they can finally get some extra damage in these situations to just poke a bit more. But they're already far behind in experience. This is not only a talent leader we're seeing here. This is really 2 levels that the Royals are currently leading. So, yeah, at this point we're having Cleanse. We're seeing the Concussion Grenade taken. That Cleanse, of course, also going to be important against the Kerrigan. And we have, in the same time here, also now the Icebound Fortitude for Arthas. Trying to stay alive a little bit longer. The Brewmaster balance, Machine Gun build, as pointed out earlier. But yeah, the blue team is definitely on the back foot right now. I mean, there's no doubt about that. 7 kills against 1, that's a pretty solid statement that we have right there, considering. We also have the Concussion Grenade. You know, talked about that for a moment. But the red team is going to try and just go for level 10 right now. If the Royals reach their heroic ability in time for the next shrine, that would of course be absolutely fantastic for them. We're still seeing that poke happening up to the top lane. Camps were taken a bit earlier. So with that, we are seeing Octani and his boys trying to at least push some structures down. That would help to close the gap in experience between the two teams and help them to get to 10 a bit closer. Also with the level 7 talent, they have now at least that AoE damage. And that actually helps with the wave clear. And it also is going to help later on when we're starting up with those shrines again. So it's definitely one of those things where Gaslow is starting to gain some momentum for the team. Also the Burned Flesh right now. Another talent that is going to help Karthus them later on to get the damage out as well. Down to the bottom of the map, we're having at the same time still Ravatar and Nemost, and they're rotating a bit between bot and mid lane, and are trying to get the value out there. Also, quest talent, of course, again for Oriel, with the increasing clarity, not going for the Swift Sweep. And we have the Energized Cord now taken too. But the situation that I've been alluding to a bit earlier is now about to happen. Level 10 dropping with the Shrine activated. And that is an issue. Yes, the pressure against the lane is there, and they have at least a bit of experience, but they're still 1.5 levels up to 2 levels behind. Syndragosa, Wandering Keg with a lack of a cleanse, and this is just getting nasty. Right now, there is basically a secured kill if you get a good keg off, and it's not really a big problem in these situations. So of course ETC and also Kalthas are currently busy in the middle and the bot lane because they realize they can't do anything about the top. Gaslow can set up a few of those turrets before the Punisher jumps in and just like prepare the defense, but in the end it's all about getting level 10 right now so that you have at least a chance to fight. Kalthas is trying to get his stacks together. I think this is a really shitty idea, and that's the reason why. I mean, I have no idea what Ravatar was thinking, but that was never gonna work. And he just lost all his stacks. Dude, like, what has he been smoking? You're up against a Syndragosa, you're up against a Chen, and you think you can move in and poke? Yeah. That was greed, and that did not work out at all. Now they have the problem that Kalthas is actually not going to complete his quest talent for a long time. And he could have. He could have if he just stayed here and poked a little bit with the safety of the fort there. Or at least having more safety than before. And maybe a few allies around to help him out. So right now, Gaslow, is he going to go into the Robo-Goblin again? Yes, he is. But they are already slowed down thanks to the Syndragosa. He has the engage. Kerrigan gets healed. ETC Mosh Pit. Kerrigan jumping in. Gets Aegis. Kerrigan gets Aegis as she jumps in. Oh, that is hurtful. The fort is down. Gaslow has eliminated a fort at the bot lane at least, so he gets a bit of counter value for his team. He's also starting to really complete that quest talent on level 4. With a Robo-Goblin, he is now in a position where he can at least... He actually tries to go for the keep, doesn't he? He's trying to actually just like go for a value and maybe get that keep. Up at the top lane, isolation against Kerrigan thanks to the CAC, but they are still pushing. The Punisher is down. As long as they don't TP back, Gaslow is getting value, and they're trying to TP right now. Already Tychus is moving, but this wall is about to fall. The first tower is down, the gate is also eliminated, and yes, Gaslow is moving back since he wanted to be safe, while also starting to run out of mana. But still, they are closing the gap. It's 10 kills against 1, and we are still in a situation in which both of the teams have eliminated one fort and the wall has fallen. Gaslow counter push is too strong. It's honestly too strong. With that Robo-Goblin, it's just so much damage. You can't leave him alone on the lane. Somebody had to move back, and, well, the Royals did make a mistake by not sending one of their heroes back. All of a sudden, they lost the edge in experience. They're still slightly ahead, but just look at the difference here. This is a third of a level. Level 13 is there, and now we have that's the stuff. We're seeing enough to share. We're having also the Stormfront taken, but overall, the blue team is back to business. I mean, right now, that's one of those situations where you have... Oh, apparently a computer of one of the guys is down. Okay, that seems to be a problem that happened a little bit earlier as is. But this is getting a bit nasty. Kalthas, by the way, is starting to get his convection back. I have to stress it again. I really think that if he would have played it safer and would have been in a spot where he just didn't suicide into the squad here and had that quest talent already completed, he could have had a much bigger influence in this game already. With Kelvin actually completing the quest talent, Oriel is going to get even more value, of course, out of hers as well. He still has the top damage, but just imagine that, of course, with a quest talent completed. Once again, they're moving in. If Rabatar can complete it now, that would be great. And he is actually about to. I mean, he's really close to completing that time. So once that he has it, it's great. But the keg is up. So if Kelthas is now getting a bit too greedy and moves too far out, Artista might be able to jump in and isolate him. Overall, though, as I said, that Gaslow comp is starting to get a little bit of momentum for themselves here. And this is the Shrine that just now got activated. So at this point, we have 13 versus 13 talents. And here again, oh, that was unfortunate. Keg is down. That was a big cooldown to burn here. Keg should be nearly a guaranteed kill at this point. Great dodge, but Keg actually down is a problem. And now on 13, the turret storage is there, where you have even more turrets that you can spam out. Look at this, they're not even going for the Shrine. They're just sieging up in the mid lane here because they know they can. The double strike now also on the side of Kerrigan. Kelthas with a Pyromaniac, as long as he can just like start to poke from the backline here against Gent, for example, who's just sitting there like a sitting duck with his... Heck, they can get those stacks together, and they're trying to. He should have used it there. Use it against the Chen. Get that guaranteed stack that you have every time. Once again, now Phoenix is out there, sieging up in the mid lane here. Nice hit this time, and he is getting close. Ravatar is getting so close to get that quest talent completed, and the extra damage is just so amazing for them. Again, a hit against Shen. Now they're coming from the top. Look how Ravatar is positioning himself in the back, and he has to. Gaslow is down on the other hand. Gaslow is down. Syndragosa. Syndragosa. Ring of Frost. Ravatar. What about a cooldown? Can he get that completed? Look at Yavia going for him. EDC's down. Everybody's dying. They're isolated, and Kelthas dies again and loses everything. Oh, this really falls with Kelthas not being able to complete his quest talent, and it's just gonna get more difficult for him to do that. They need that extra damage. If you have the extra 100 damage, this is just absolutely amazing. I mean, it's not only about the 100 extra damage, it's also the damage that you build up. So now he loses damage on this, and this is getting really tricky for them because again the Royals are on the forward. They have 14 kills against 1. They are going to get another Punisher. They have such a massive fleet. You can't actually win this anymore there. So Octani is taking camps now instead because he realizes this is not going to work. The flank was good, and they take Gaslow down. And that was the one thing that they really had to do. So once more, we have them waiting, actually, even a little bit. They have heroes sending them back so that they can get the mana up on Edward's Arthurs and getting also like the Jaina now. They give up the position on the Shrine for a moment, but they can easily poke. It's only 4 that we're talking about, so they can make that happen. Top lane, on the other hand, is pushing. There's that Punisher. Oriel again going straight for that, for the Crystal Aegis, by the way. Up at the top lane, this camp is going to get value, but the Punisher is so close that he starts jumping in. The wall is already destroyed, so in this case, that at least doesn't matter. Ravatar needs to make sure that he gets those stacks. They are going for it again, and yeah, there's the flank from behind. Before level 16 is there, they're trying to go in, but the Punisher jumps in. Kerrigan! Kerrigan is dead. This looks like the beginning of the end. Once more Ravatar, he jumps straight on Kelthas. He has the pressure point at this moment. Also another Syndragosa. Kelthas down, Gaslow down. Oh my god. ETC is falling, and this is just, this is brutal. 18 kills against 1, 16 versus 14. They are starting to jump in and they are taking the wall down. I mean, there's nearly no resistance. Oriel is there. Yeah, she's going to push that back upper. That's not going to happen. Look at Artiesta. He actually has his Keck up. He has his Keck and he has pressure point. If that Oriel gets just a little bit too far forward, she is dead. So is the Kerrigan. Artiesta can just like wait for a Keck. There is the jump. Nope. Doesn't go for it. Pressure point on 16. That's what you need. Arthur's, by the way. Remorseless Winter, Frigid Winds. I think Chen could have even gone more aggressive here and go straight in and try and just barrel one away, but with currently Tigers at the top lane, deep pushing, I don't really think they wanted to do that. The fort has fallen at least, but now it's 17, nearly 18 versus 15. The kill count is just brutal. 18 versus 1. Who's that feeder, by the way, on the red team? Who is that feeder? Let me have a look. It's Chen. Oh, of course it's Chen. 21,000 damage on Chen, just saying, and Gazlo is dead again. Chen barreling Kel'Thas away. ETC with a mosh pit, nice, but it's not enough. Double kill, it's a triple kill, it's a quad kill, and this is gonna make it a team wipe. Down they go, one after another, 23 kills against one. The Gas Lord, he disappoints. And here comes Swagmaster and says, like, it's a bit frustrating, to be honest. Dude, I believe you. I believe you. Of course this is frustrating. Look at this. Even the death notifications are not able to catch up with this because there's too many heroes dying too fast. It's a 2-0 victory. Gaslord not successful in the second game here. The GG is called as we are seeing the Royals taking the second game. A 2-0 victory here in the semi-final as they advance to the next round. Congratulations. Well played. Okay, boys, so this is it for now. As I said before, for the finals, I'm actually going to host the standard caster for the tournament. So they are going to do the finals, so you can have a look at that. I also want to stress once more that everybody can participate in this league. This is a European league. In North America, you have Chair League, of course. But if you're actually if you're looking for a place where you can play Heroes of the Storm a bit on a competitive or like a bit more with a competitive aspect. Doesn't matter how strong you are. If you're a plat player, you're a plat player. If gold, you can play here as a gold player. You can actually play in the league. This today is a bit of a special tournament, but they run a league and the next season is about to start. And it doesn't matter if you're only one player, if you're two, or if you are an entire team. You can sign up for the league here and you will play with others that are on your level. They have several divisions where you can just like try to move through the divisions. So yeah, definitely check it out. heroeslaunch.gg, and it's a pretty cool thing if you want to get like a bit of a taste of the competitive scene here. If you're a bit tired of, I don't know, Hero League, Team League in the client itself, if you want to play with voice tools and everything. So definitely check those out. Have a look at it. We're going to be back with Meta Madness tomorrow, of course. For now, I'm going to host the official channel that they have. Enjoy the finals. They are going to be casted over there. And yeah, for me, that's it. So guys, once again, thank you very much for tuning in today. Going to see you boys tomorrow with Meta Madness. Have a good one, and bye-bye.